recorded its second COVID-19 related death. Plus, the Director of Public Health is hoping to continue mandatory quarantine of passengers from last week. An emergency session set for this morning was canceled last night by the legislative speaker.
Half a day, everyone. I'm Nestor Lecanto. Before we get to the latest on containing COVID, we highlight the island's frontline heroes.
Half a day. The soldiers and airmen of the Guam National Guard are working hard to fight this coronavirus battle. You can help us win this war. Please. Stay home! Saga Gigimatmizu.
And that again was the Guam Army National Guard Command Team, led by Adjutant General Major General Esther Agigi. Thank you to everyone on the front line risking their lives to keep our island running during our battle against the coronavirus. And now to our top story. Governor Lulian Guerrero is starting her daily media briefing with the tragic news that Guam has recorded its second COVID-19 related death.
He was 79 years old with multiple comorbidity. He had colon cancer and a traumatic spinal injury. He presented at GRMC with the fever but no travel history, and he was transferred to GMH on March 25th. His family had made the difficult decision to implement both a do not intubate and do not resuscitate order.
The governor also called for a moment of silence to honor the man's life and the family and friends he left behind.
On behalf of Jeff, myself, and our family, know that everyone who loved this person and everyone who called this person a friend has our deepest condolences.
Officials did not say specifically how the patient contracted the virus, other than it was here in Guam. GMH Associate Administrator Dr. Jolene Uggan.
I just want to make sure that I clarify the patient who passed away did not have a travel history, was not exposed to a traveler. This was a community contact, and there is one other individual that also tested positive.
The governor, meanwhile, urged continued social distancing and home isolation.
Our most recent tragedy indicates that we cannot decrease our vigilance. We cannot become comfortable, and we cannot surrender to complacency.
Guam has recorded one other death from the virus, which occurred 9 days ago on Sunday, March 22nd. Public Health Director Linda DeNorsi is seeking to continue the mandatory quarantine of passengers who arrived from Manila on March 19th. She is scheduled to appear in Superior Court Wednesday on the matter.
This court is just to emphasize that we issued the involuntary isolation, quarantine, detaining these passengers that came from Manila because they pose a threat to the health and safety and welfare. And so I'll justify in front of the judge or the court indicating why those are in place. And because Guam is receiving a lot of positive cases, specifically from Philippines, and Philippines is really a hot spot, meaning that a lot of the infected COVID positive patients are coming from that area.
The court action is limited to the more than 40 travelers from the Philippines that did not agree to complete the quarantine process. Meanwhile, KUAM has confirmed that on Sunday, a quarantine passenger was exhibiting symptoms of COVID-19. The individual was transported to the Guam Memorial Hospital and is considered a person under investigation.
We're looking into that already, and as we speak, yes, we're assessing all that right now. So if anyone is identified to be COVID positive, there's that likelihood that they will be moved to this area that I indicated, the isolation government facility. And again, we're going to assess that situation.
DeNorsi says if the PUI proves positive, the individual will be moved to the government isolation facility. Commercial testing for COVID-19 is now available locally. Public Health announced that healthcare providers can now refer specimens directly to diagnostic laboratory services from patients who do not meet the criteria for priority group testing. Governor Leon Guerrero explains that all tests must be ordered by a doctor and will still ultimately have to go through public health.
And the reason for that is because public health needs to monitor and track these data and the results and so forth. So People can't just go to DLS to be tested. They need to have a specimen that's a specimen that's gotten through any of those areas of entry.
The COVID-19 testing is covered under Medicare and Medicaid. You can also check your local health insurance company if they cover it. GovGuam's designated isolation facility is gearing up to open on Wednesday. As we reported, this is where COVID-19 positive patients who are on home isolation will be moved if their homes are not deemed suitable.
The home isolation, again, is those that are asymptomatic, just to clarify. Okay. Asymptomatic or they're mild illnesses. And so they don't have to be hospitalized or they don't require any acute type of care services. And so we do say that home isolation is possible, but we have to assess the home. In other words, are there other people living in that home? And does that COVID positive patient also have their own bathroom, their own bedroom? And are they living with other people like the elderly or those that have comorbid conditions? And if so, then that would not be an ideal setting. So they would have to move to our designated government facility for the isolation.
Public Health Director DeNorsi says on Wednesday they plan to move 8 positive patients to the isolation facility. A doctor on the governor's Physicians Advisory Group cautions that the relatively low number of positive COVID-19 cases doesn't mean Guam is out of the woods yet. Instead, he warns that the island could mimic the situation in New York in a matter of weeks. Chris Barnett has more.
During our morning radio show containing COVID, Dr. Felix Cabrera of the Governor's Physicians Advisory Council warned island residents not to get too confident about our COVID-19 numbers. Numbers don't lie, but Cabrera said when it comes to positive COVID-19 cases, the numbers aren't painting the full picture.
The harsh reality is that, regardless of what's reported on a daily basis of how many positives there are on Guam, we have to understand the main caveat in these results, or in other words, the main underlying issue that you can't use it to necessarily relate to what the presence of COVID is on Guam, because we've limited the testing and we restricted the testing to priority groups. The number of positives we have is not reflective of what's actually in the community anymore.
Last week, the COVID-19 response team announced priority testing for hospital and ER patients with COVID-19 symptoms, people with chronic diseases and COVID-19 symptoms, healthcare workers and first responders with symptoms, and elderly with symptoms. Cabrera telling KUAM it was necessary to first test these groups since they would be hit hardest by the virus.
And the reality is that the vulnerable group are not the main carriers on the island, and they're not the main spreaders of the disease. It's everyone else, and so that's why our common call is for everybody to assume that you have it and assume that everyone else has it.
And while other jurisdictions have flattened the curve by conducting massive testing for the virus, efforts have been underway to increase Guam's capability to test more people through various avenues like commercial testing and sending samples off island for testing. But Guam only has the ability to run 40 tests a day on island. Testing was limited to the priority groups because there had been, quote, a shortage of the supplies needed to conduct advanced, accurate testing for COVID-19. That's according to a Joint Information Center release. Now, since Public Health has only been conducting just 20 tests a day for the last few days, Cabrera said results being reported may have the public feeling a false sense of hope when, in fact, our island may be standing on the edge of the COVID-19 cliff.
It gives a skewed view of what's happening on the island right now. Based on our current estimations, that we're probably about 3 weeks behind what we're seeing stateside, in particular like New York. And so we're still in the very, very, very early stages of this.
For Guam's News Network, Chris Barnett reports.
A number of Republican senators were shocked to learn that Speaker Tina Muñoz-Barnes canceled emergency session that was scheduled for this morning. Last night, the Speaker's office issued a press release calling off emergency session until further notice following a letter she received by the governor who cautioned lawmakers that developing local programs using local funds may duplicate federal programs currently enacted to provide relief and to businesses and individuals. Included in the media release was a letter from the Republicans asking that a previous emergency session be postponed because of the governor's initial order for a 14-day quarantine. Senator Taitigui, who was on our radio show Containing COVID, said lawmakers prepared for 2 hours on Monday doing a trial run in anticipation of going into a virtual emergency session today. The Republican lawmaker says several bills are on the table to address the needs of the people now instead of waiting for federal funding to kick in later.
We could be doing that, and right now by muzzling the legislature, trying to keep us from having session, it's not fair to the people of Guam. It's not us. It's not fair to the people of Guam. So this is very disingenuous from what the speaker did, sending out that media release and attaching an old letter from the Republicans to make it look like it's us. No, the Republican caucus wants to go into session.
The Republican senators are calling on the speaker to stand up to the governor and let's get to work. Speaker Barnes issued her response saying while some are using this postponement as an opportunity to score partisan points, she is committed to ensuring the legislative branch helps, not hinders, current efforts to combat COVID. She also invited her colleagues to participate in a conference call with the White House Office of Intergovernmental Affairs for a better understanding of federal assistance that is available. That call is scheduled for Thursday. Stick around for more news here on Primetime coming up.
Attention Guam business owners. Green Energy Solutions would like to help you save on your power bill. We supply various LED lighting, energy efficient air conditioners, solar thermal VRF systems, and solar panels. You can count on our product warranty and quick turnaround and immediate response service. GESI has saved other local businesses over 80% off their power. Call us to see how much we can save your business. Call us today at 647-8111 or visit gesiguam.com for more information.
We value relationships because when we commit,
I love you guys until you're 80, until you're 90, until you're 100, forever.
We are in it for the long run, so you can enjoy the moments that matter. Because when we commit to relationships, we never stop caring. Calvo's Select Care, health care that is always there for you.
King's Restaurants are still cooking up your favorite breakfast, lunch, and dinner plates and have them available for carryout and delivery. Call them in Tamuning at 647-5464 or in Dedito at 637-5464 and order for carryout. For delivery, please download the free Grab and Grub app and follow the instructions to get King's delivered to your door. Be safe and stay healthy until we see each other again at King's.
It's a special delivery to your inbox every week with your KUAM News Roundup, program advisories, and promotions. Sign up for the weekly KUAM Digital Digest today on KUAM.com.
Welcome back. The devil will find work for idle hands to do, as the saying goes. And according to the Guam Police Department, as the island hits its third week in quarantine, there's been an uptick in crime.
We're starting to see reports of break-ins to business establishments that have been closed because of the isolation and, of course, the closure or the suspension of government and private operations. So, as our officers are out and about, we're really reaching out to our neighborhood watch groups to be the eyes and ears for the community and report any suspicious activities.
GPD has seen 7 burglary complaints in the last couple of weeks from store owners at the Chamorro Village, which has been closed for 3 weeks in compliance with the governor's order. GPD has also made arrests for curfew violations. But Tapao said it isn't about breaking curfew anymore, as teens are now breaking other laws as well.
We have knuckleheads who just don't understand, and maybe it's just ignorance of the fact of what's going on and what's happening. They still believe it's a liberty, it's a holiday and everything. So the onus is really on the parents and how we convey the message to the parents.
And if you have any information about any crimes, call GPD Dispatch at 472-8911 or submit a tip anonymously to guam.crimestoppers web. Now the latest on containing COVID-19 in the Northern Marianas as they await the results of a suspected coronavirus-related death announced yesterday. Here's Tomas Monglonia.
CNMI Governor Ralph Torres and hospital CEO Esther Muña announced a 70-year-old male passed away yesterday on Saipan. His death related to what they believe is COVID-19.
Specimen has been sent out to Guam Public Health Lab, and we are awaiting the results of COVID-19 testing.
The deceased CNMI resident sought help at the hospital on March 25th and was put under quarantine as a person under investigation with his wife at the designated Kanoa Hotel facility.
The deceased male had no travel history, but contact with someone who had tested positive for COVID-19.
Muña confirmed that the case is related to the NMI's first confirmed coronavirus patients announced on Saturday. Governor Torres expressed his sympathy for the family.
Our thoughts are with the deceased family during this difficult time. We will render all necessary assistance to his family.
The governor also handing down strict directives, expanding curfew from 7 p.m. to 6 a.m. for all residents. Exceptions were made for first responders, medical workers, law enforcement, and private sector employees on duty within the hours. These restrictions take hold as the hospital ramps up its own safety measures. As of news time, the NMI sent 20 specimens to Guam for testing. They await 11 results and planned to at least test 8 more individuals today. Guam Public Health Director Linda Denorsi on KUAM's Containing COVID-19 special report tells us that 5 tests are set aside for the NMI per day on Guam, in addition to those which might be sent off-island. On Saipan, CHC Dr. Beth Conan echoes the message to stay home.
Don't assume it was just in one place. Assume it's everywhere. Everyone needs to be careful. Everyone needs to stay home. Everyone needs to wash their hands. It was not just in one neighborhood. It is everywhere. Assume it's everywhere.
For Guam's News Network, I'm Tomas Manglonia, reporting from Saipan.
One local woman canceled her family's summer vacation plans because of COVID-19. But as Felicia Cruz shared on Containing COVID this morning, while her family gave up their much-anticipated trip to the mainland, they were able to give back and help those in need.
I'm supposed to be graduating in California, so I wanted to take my kids and just take them to Disneyland, make a trip out of it. I know a lot of people are struggling right now. So if I can't use it, I don't want to waste it. So I'd rather just give it away.
So she posted on her Facebook page, letting her friends know that her family's summer plans were canceled by COVID, but that she has 2 United travel certificates that will be donating to a family in need for medical purposes. Felicia said a boy with nephritic syndrome got the first certificate. She then asked FB to share the post and share a story of someone who needs a helping hand.
Some are cancer patients, majority kids going through this. You know, their parents were reaching out to me, and it really makes me sad because, you know, I can't help everyone, you know. But for the 2 people that I am helping, like, you know, I'm glad it's something that I'm so sorry. I keep crying. I'm just glad that I'm able to help at least 2 people.
Felicia said the second travel certificate went to a young boy battling lupus who needs medical care in the States. She said that we must all remember it is really heartbreaking with all of these COVID situations. So many different people are going through different struggles. There's still so many things that other people have to deal with. The island is mourning the death of retired Supreme Court Chief Justice Peter Siguenza Jr., who passed away at home yesterday, surrounded by his loved ones. In a statement, Chief Justice Philip Carbolito said Siguenza was a pioneer in our judicial system with a brand of justice that was as unique as it was thoughtful, deliberate, and reasoned. In a separate release, Governor Leon Guerrero said Siguenza was committed to the cause of justice and the advancement of fairness. Siguenza was appointed to the Superior Court in 1996 and served 12 years as a trial judge. He was then appointed as the first Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, and during his term oversaw the unification of the two courts. Justice Siguenza retired from the bench in January 2003. People all over are being ordered to practice social distancing to help slow the spread of the coronavirus, but that's not always as easy to do. Small spaces at home have pushed people aside, and busy grocery and convenience stores are being forced to find creative ways to keep people apart. In this week's Health Check report, Jerica Duncan is looking at the challenges.
Health Check is presented by Island Cancer Center.
In cities where space is already tight, staying at least 6 feet apart from other people has become increasingly challenging. Matt Zender in Seattle says he was initially surprised by grocery store policies to help keep customers at a distance. Several major chains are limiting the amount of people allowed inside. Others are adding visual cues like these tape squares to space out customers waiting in line, or placing large crates in front of registers to keep people away from cashiers. Carolyn Canusio is the Director of Research at the Center for Public Health Initiatives at the University of Pennsylvania. She says the other key to social distancing in cities is timing. Another major problem is people simply ignoring orders to stay home, crowding Los Angeles beaches, Bay Area hiking trails, or New York City parks, and prompting officials to add new restrictions. Canusio reminds people that outside of your home, you should have as little contact as possible with others. Some other helpful tips to consider is buy enough groceries that will last you for several days so that you don't have to make trips back and forth to the grocery store. And also hide your phone from yourself when you're grocery shopping. This allows you to not transfer as many germs when you're grocery shopping, then touching your phone. Instead, experts say, do the grocery shopping, come home, wash your hands, and then you can use your phone. Jerica Duncan, CBS News, New York.
Health Check is presented by Island Cancer Center.
Coming up, sports with Dave Delgado. Don't go away.
What's that? An Alpha Insurance customer needs a claim settled immediately? I'm on it. Agent Alpha.
In the event of an accident, theft, or breakdown, each of our Alpha Insure agents are trained to go above and beyond.
This is my stop. There she is. Target acquired.
Agent Alpha. Yes!
Half a day. I'm Bernie Valencia with Matson. Our local Matson team understands that these are very trying times for everyone. Matson's top priority, like yours, is to keep our families safe and healthy and ensure you have what you need. We'd like to give you peace of mind that Matson's service continues on schedule and uninterrupted. Matson is committed to our weekly service from the United States West Coast to Honolulu into Guam and Saipan. We are working with the Port Authority of Guam and providing the capacity and services our customers need so they can continue to meet your needs. Matson will take all appropriate measures to ensure continuity of service into Guam and Saipan. When we work together to take care of our family and neighbors, we will emerge from this as a stronger island community.
This public service announcement was brought to you by the Port Authority of Guam, KUAM Communications, and Matson.
As our island continues to band together to protect our families and communities from the effects of COVID-19, we at GCA want to assure you that we are here for you. Should you need to contact us for any reason, you can chat with us online at www.gta.net, connect with us on Facebook, or call us at 644-4482. Families are at the heart of what we do, and we are committed to keep you and yours safe, healthy, and connected. GTA, we start with you.
Just wash it later, bro. Ask your mommy to do it for you since you still live at home.
Yeah. I don't even know how to do my own laundry.
At Island Cancer Center, we treat our patients and their families like our family. We have all been touched by cancer, and it is important to feel comfortable and secure under the care of our health professionals. You can count on us for skilled cancer specialists, the most advanced cancer-fighting technology on the island, and a commitment to caring for you or your loved one with compassion, respect, and empathy. Our family, treating your family.
Island Cancer Center, located on Guam Medical Plaza. Visit us at islandcancercenter.com or call 646-3363.
Dave Delgado here for KUAM Sports. Thanks for watching. Tonight on the show, we feature brother and sister AJ and Ayana Rages, who live out in South Carolina. KUAM Sports caught up with the two, asking them about what they're doing with all their spare time. Check it out.
AJ and Ayana Rages live in Blithwood, South Carolina. The siblings are multi-sport athletes who also excel in the classroom. Ayana is a 7th grader who attends Longleaf Middle School. She is a cheerleader and also plays basketball for 2 AAU teams.
I've just been going outside and practicing my drills and just working out in my room and just get a quick workout and eating healthy. And I'm also working with a personal trainer. Her name is Asia.
Asia Dozier is a Lady Gamecock alum who is helping her with her basketball. Her brother AJ is a standout wrestler who made the varsity wrestling team as a freshman for the 138-pound weight class. He was the only freshman ranked at his weight and was ranked number 5 out of 45 schools. AJ now trains with his dad during his time away from school.
I'll go outside, play basketball with my sister, help her out, and then later on in the day when my dad is done with his work, we'll go to the football field and then we'll just focus on agility, elusiveness, different positions.
AJ made the football varsity roster during his freshman season and was one of 3 freshmen who made varsity. He practiced with the varsity team and played team scout and started for JV to get in his reps. He instantly made a name for himself during spring football as a rising freshman, while he was still an 8th grader, breaking ankles and earning the nickname Soy Sauce.
You know, football is a team sport. I got to work with my team. And then, I was just you don't get that team bond when you're in the weight room. Y'all just working out, competing. And, as far as, you have to stay, social distancing, I guess. You really can't do that. And then we were planning. Well, they asked me if I was gonna go do some 7-on-7 with them, but I couldn't due to the Rona.
After taking multiple state titles in gymnastics, Ayana shifted her focus over to cheerleading and basketball. She made the Westwood High School varsity cheer team as a 7th grader. Westwood placed 11th out of 45 4A schools.
It's not really that challenging because of gymnastics really helped me get the skills and the form and just it kind of like just flew into cheerleading, and now it's kind of easy. It's not really hard with the older girls because I get along with them.
They say do your best while staying at home, wash your hands, and practice social distancing. Other than that, train and relax.
I just like kind of play games or work out or watch TV.
I just go on FaceTime with my friends, talk to, like, well, as my sister said, be on the game, and like do my chores, just the regular. If it's like raining outside, then like I will have to stay in and then like help clean, do some extra chores.
It's a celebration at Cars Plus Guam. During our Jeep celebration event, receive up to $2,000 off on the all-new 2020 Jeep Gladiator, the most capable off-road mid-size pickup truck. Customize your Gladiator the way you want it. Call 477-7807 or visit our website and get pre-approved online at carsplusguam.com today.
My family is on whole home Wi-Fi powered by Plume. Since we installed the Docomo whole home Wi-Fi, what did you guys notice about it?
When you pull up the driveway, it automatically connects, and I don't have to get out of my car right away and come upstairs to go on my phone.
My favorite thing is that it doesn't buffer when I'm watching YouTube.
My favorite thing is that when Addie calls now, there's no lag. Like before, it used to be where I couldn't see her sometimes and I have to hang up and then call her back, and now I don't have to do that.
You know what's a good thing too is that when you come over to visit, I could give you your own password. I can assign a time limit so that I can say that you can only be on it for 1 hour, so that means you won't get in trouble from your mom.
And then you can go home.
The thing that I love the most is that I can freeze the internet for periods of time so that we can enjoy dinner time like this. Why are you rolling your eyes? So I'll turn it back on after dinner. Whole home Wi-Fi powered by Plume. Docomo Pacific, better together.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Just wash it later, bro. Ask your mommy to do it for you since you still live at home.
Yeah. I don't even know how to do my own laundry.
And before we close out the news tonight, our latest round of birthday shout-outs from the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club.
It is the last day of March and the last day of Miss Tomorrow, everybody. So let's say happy birthday to Antonio Y. Tayano. Happy birthday, Pop. Thanks for everything that you do. Love your adoring family. Also, happy birthday to Sophia Louise Akbaji. Happy birthday to you. We love you more than all the stars in the universe. And that's a lot of stars. May all your dreams come true today and always. Love Nana, Papa, and all your family and friends. And also, happy birthday to Cohen Jace Kalalang Modina. Happy birthday to Cohen. Love your Banff familia. We hope each and every one of you, and especially the three of you, so Antonio, Sophia, and Cohen, had wonderful, wonderful birthdays. Remember, everybody, wash your hands, stay inside, be cool to each other, and let's get through this together.
And remember, you can be a part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club by registering online on KUAM.com. Please make sure to include with your photo, your name, and your birthday. That'll do us for us here on Primetime. Thanks for watching. Good night, everyone.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Green Energy Solutions, Inc. Visit GESIGuam.com or call 647-8111 for more details on how we can help your business save money.